Well, the mess continues to get bigger. Um, we seem to be collecting a lot of stuff here and don't seem to be making a whole lot of progress, as most of it's invisible. And such the fact that we haven't done an update video in a while because things are just so invisible. We've had a little bit of a sewer issue down here. This toilet and this back bedroom backed up on us. Probably just the fact that we're not using enough water probably to flush the toilet, but not sure on that. So that took some time. But all the appliances are here now, so that's taken up some additional space. And we've been really working on these structure issues to try to get these things resolved. And it's been taking a lot of time and a lot of energy out of us. And trying to get stuff done. But the big thing we've accomplished is we've reframed this wall due to the fact that we needed to add about 3 inches of space to the house. Initially, this beam that was going to go here in the middle of the house to open up this kitchen area, kind of like the kitchen area extended to about here, over to this stairwell, which was a hallway, which made no sense. So we're going to get, about another 3 feet in the kitchen by installing this beam above us. But we had some engineering issues with the beam and the fact that initially we thought that we could just put a couple LVLs up, put some 2x4s in the wall to support it, and it would open the place up. Well, come to find out, once we had it engineered, the snow load on these couple roofs here is about 90,000 pounds, and that would have crushed our foundation. Plus, we would have had 4 LVLs stacked up there, 24 inches tall, and 4 of them for 24 feet, and then we still would have crushed our foundation. So we spoke with a local lumber yard who had an engineering staff that helped us redesign this. And so now we have these 2 LVLs hanging here in the air. That's what's going to support our roof structure. They're 2 14-inch LVLs, 24 feet long, and it required us pouring pads in the basement. So these pads downstairs are, I think they're 2x3 on this side and on the far right side of the building. And the one in the middle here is either 3x3 or 4x3. I know it was a pretty big pad. And that's going in this hole down there, and you can see part of it there. That's the cement pad that's sitting underneath this center carrying beam. So we're going to have a laminated veneer stud. I think it's a 4x6 stud that's going to come up through from that pad up and catch the LVL at this location, and that will be right at the end of an island. So I'll have to do some creative woodworking there to make that look nice. And then on each end of the column, sitting on those 2x3 or 3x2 or whatever, I can't remember what size they are, but we have these 2 cement-filled steel columns, and those will carry down from the LVL all the way down to this pad down here. And you'll notice this is a poured concrete wall here with cement cinder blocks sitting on top of it that's not filled. That's the way it exists the whole side of this building. Unfilled blocks sitting on top of a poured concrete wall. And so that post will come out and sit right about here and come up. So we'll have a small wing wall on each end of the beam, which that beam was supposed to have been buried in the wall, and so now it's not buried in the wall, it's out in the middle of the room, and consequently we needed another 3 inches on this wall here, which involved reframing this wall. And when we dug into this corner, we found a rotted sill. So we ended up having to replace that rotted sill. And we still have to extend out these floor joists into that cavity underneath the wall. And then we'll seal that all in and support it a little better. Devin's got it jacked up kind of where they need to be at the moment. And the floor feels pretty good here right now. The end of the sill plates, the end of the sills were rotted where they attached to the sill, but they're in pretty good shape. We only took maybe an inch or so off the end of them to get back to good solid material. But the sill, we could take a pry bar and just put right through it. So that's where we're at. I'll give you another recording here in a few minutes.